This is the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Join your hosts, Iceman and Holstera, two law enforcement professionals ready to offer their unfiltered opinions on the latest news from the world of law enforcement. No filters, no edits. So be warned, the content may be upsetting to some listeners. Sit down and hold up. This may get a little bumpy.
Totally wrong intro. This is not the midweek news, but it is Motor Cop Chronicles podcast.
What day is it?
Today's Monday.
No shit. Oh, starting off strong. What? Next thing you know, we'll be doing a Tuesday, a Thursday, a Friday episode.
I'll have to be retired before I can do that much.
I don't know.
Welcome, everybody. Appreciate y'all showing up. We're going to do the quick housekeeping out the way real quick, and then we'll get moving on it.
Hey, babe.
We got I got to do the Patreon first. Hello, Beth.
Hey, Beth.
Oh, don't we start singing the McRib song.
What? Gotta love some McRibs.
All right, we're going to do a shout out to our full crew member Patreons. We got Mr. Hoppy Hopkinson, truck driving friend. We got Christopher DeMars. We got Z Palmer, Z-Man, Miss Lauren Stimson. We got Roy S. Do not mistake Roy S. for Roy P. Roy P. is for Roy Pervert in prison, always in Facebook jail. We got our girl from down under, JoJo. We got Miss Kaylee Norris, Natasha A., and the OG, Melissa Holstein. We appreciate.
She's my favorite, but I might be biased.
We appreciate all our Patreons, of course, and it's the reason I go live.
Well, we go live as long as we make one person in this world happy for about, a little bit.
2 minutes.
It's worth it. Worth it all.
Uh-oh. Also, if you'd like a cigar, promo code's up there. Go to mypatriotcigar.com. Put in the promo code MotorCop15. Get 15% off of your entire order. If you order $100 or more, you have free shipping also. So go check that out. Good for Christmas presents, all that stuff. It's not no cheap cigars. They're good cigars.
Yep. Holstera won't mind if you send him a box.
Go like and subscribe. 5 stars review if you would. We'll shout it out. If you don't have Apple, you can always review the page itself also. I've got to go check it and see if I have it. I haven't checked it in a while.
You can also send email rolling along the bottom and all that good stuff.
Yes, also you can go check out the new website, www.motorcopchronicles.com. I made a web page. You can access the Etsy store and all the other platforms at the links on the bottom of that page also. So go check all that out.
Do not type in motorcock.com. That's an entirely different website.
Yes. Also, if you'd like to join the Patreon and get more Motorcop stuff that I do not put on here, you can go to Patreon and join up. They got a $3 hang around tier, $6 prospect, and $10 full
All
crew
inclusive.
member. And you can read each one of the perks. Of course, $10 got more of stuff, and I'll send you a free crew member coffee mug if you sign up on that one. So let's start these stories out, because I know they get tired of hearing commercials.
I'm one of your best damn friends, and I get tired of it. So I could imagine they're probably like, God, skip, fast forward. Yeah, that first one, I found it really interesting. So basically, a lot of you people haven't read it. High schooler killed in Gonzales after a social media feud leads to a deadly shooting. Basically, there's an online bicker batter like you would have on Facebook. This doesn't have a lot of context.
It's a short story.
Yeah, very short. So much it took everything that matters out of the story. Apparently, there was shots that rang out at a local gas station. The police says that the victim was not involved in the fight, and
they usually aren't.
Somehow, yeah.
For some reason, people cannot shoot the people they actually want to shoot, and they were
yes.
probably arguing over just something totally asinine.
Well, let's be honest. The kind of people that go out there and appropriate firearms for unlawful reasons don't exactly go to the range to practice.
So, anyway, he was a young kid, right? Got shot.
17 years old. Got shot and killed. He didn't have nothing to do with it. The little fight broke out. And I wish they would tell, whether it was a Facebook or social, Twitter or what the hell. Regardless, these little bastards actually took it from the keyboard to the streets, which is rare. And they opened fire on the person. They don't say whether or not more people died. All they say is this one 17-year-old innocent bystander died.
People didn't stop shooting each other. Always shooting.
Yeah.
Over, like I said, most likely something stupid.
It's probably something stupid like somebody going, man, your bitch is so fine. And, probably don't talk about my girl. Be like, on the internet, the minute they say don't talk about so-and-so, the first thing you're going to do is blam. Well, yeah, it could turn into real shit if, that's the way it was when we grew up. You didn't have the internet. If you went to school and somebody's talking shit, get off the bus and beat their ass.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, they don't throw fists anymore. They throw lead.
Yeah, they scared to fight like real men, I guess.
This next story is just going to piss you the fuck off.
Why?
I know it pissed me the hell off. So let me set the image for you. Wife says, "Hey babe, it's starting to get cold outside. My tires are low on air. My battery's a little low. It's making some weird noises. Go check my car." So this man has leaned over his car, working on it, probably cussing the day that he was born. Next thing he knows, he gets popped in the fucking leg. He gets shot in the leg out of nowhere. He ain't doing shit but working on his car.
Did she shoot him?
No, there was nothing. That's how short the story is. That it allows us to pretty much have a carte blanche with the the amount of time and what happened.
Well,
but
the story.
That's what I assume. Is working on your shit and being really pissed off that you have to work on it. Next thing you know, your day got even worse because you got hit with a random round in the leg.
Well, there's no telling. It might have been somebody that was mad at him, or it might just been some stupid kid decided to shoot somebody when he went by. It's plumb pathetic. And all these stories today are from Louisiana, by the way. This one, the guy got shot in the leg working on his car just this past Sunday.
Yeah, all the men that listen to this podcast and some of the ladies, it is frustrating working on your vehicle.
Frustrating? What is frustrating?
It extremely agitated.
So that's more than frustrating? So yeah. Frustrating is worse than frustrating.
Just wait for the next time you try to say human.
What about
human?
You said frustrating.
Flustered.
That's two different things. Flustered and frustrated.
But
can you be menstruating and frustrated at the same time?
Yeah, it's like Mel says that it's the same as crew and crew.
No, see, that's the Louisiana way to spell it with a K.
Oh, okay.
But look, you're frustrating me right now. So just stop it.
You're racking your knuckles underneath the damn engine, hitting your cold ass fingers and shit, and you just get shot in the leg. I would be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even going to the hospital.
Yeah, you would.
Eventually, yeah. My wife would kick my ass and make me go.
This next one, we got another kid that got shot. A high schooler was killed in Gonzales, Louisiana, after we just read that one. How did I get that one out of whack?
Because I read both of them. The next one you're looking for is the person of interest in custody after shooting that left a mother and a teenager dead.
Yeah, it looks like all he have is a picture. I found here is a house trailer. This happened in Hammond, which would be in Tangipahoa.
Tangipahoa.
Yeah, deputies they did take someone into custody after a mother and her teenage daughter were found shot to death inside their home over this past weekend. Though law enforcement would not say whether that person was being booked on criminal charges. Well, why would you take somebody into custody and not book them on criminal charges?
Because you know as well as I do, you can't criminally charge somebody because you have set amount of time to let them go. Or prove the
case.
I
think it's 72 hours or something.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't just go up and be like, all right, we're arresting you for the murder of Joe Schmo, and then arrest you next month for the exact same thing. You just can't do it. So they can't charge him until they got enough evidence. I really hope they didn't jump the gun by putting him in custody and completely destroy the case, because that would fucking suck.
And I said the two victims were found by family members who came home and then called 911 at 2:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Brandy Smith, 37, and her daughter Raven Smith, 17, were killed, deputies said. The shooting happened on Stevenson Lane, a dead-end street off of Old Baton Rouge Highway near the intersection of Happy Woods Road. It's nothing happy going on around there, I guess. Deputy said a person of interest has been taken into custody amid the investigation, but criminal charges for the homicides have not yet been doled out. The sheriff's office did not release the identity of that said person because it is still being investigated as a domestic homicide. So it's most likely one of these ladies, boyfriends, ex-boyfriend, baby mom, baby daddy, however you want to say it. No telling. I guarantee you it was over something fucking. She dumped them or cheated on them, and it's like, oh no, I can't have you. Nobody's gonna hate some stupid bullshit like that. So, unfortunately, you have two ladies now that are deceased over what is, hopefully who they do catch who did it and put his ass in fucking prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Or put him on the death row, which that's just a life sentence too, because it takes 100 freaking years to get anybody over there. I
thought the Supreme Court overturned death penalties.
I don't think they got rid of all of them. No.
No, I think like putting people to death, like the electric chair and shit. I can look it up and we'll get back. This next story you're going to have to read because I can't even open it. The Pineville.
Pineville? Why can't you open it?
Apparently Newsbreak has an update.
Don't like you. Anyway, this next one we're going over to Pineville, Louisiana. And they had a man they arrested. He is accused of trafficking girls and forcing them to work, and he agrees to a plea deal. The Pineville man has pleaded guilty in a federal court to sex trafficking of children and of forcing a girl and two other children to work to support him. So this guy's, I couldn't find a picture of him. He's just a total piece of shit. I'd love to have a picture of him. Darnell Fulton will be sentenced April 11th in Alexandria. I don't see why they got to wait. I mean, they're going to wait all the way till April?
Yeah, just do it the same day. Fuck it.
I mean, just sentence them that day. And
it gives the inmate something to look forward to.
An 8-count indictment filed on July 2020, and this is 2022 now. So it's 2 years already. Now we're going to wait until next April to sentence him. Let's say the shit's just moving way too slow. It alleges, it shouldn't be alleged because he pled guilty to it. So that he had trafficked 2 girls for sex and forced them and another younger child. Now listen to this bullshit, okay? This is some fucked up shit. He forced the 2 girls he was using for prostitutes and another younger child to bake brownies and sell them to help support him and his family. Really? With the weed brownies? I mean, the children were taken out of school and tortured through water. He waterboarded these children, okay? If you don't know what waterboarding is, I mean, that's fucking horrible.
Well, it won't kill you.
No, but, I mean,
it is terrible, though. It's a sensation of drowning for hours.
Yeah. And other methods to meet daily sales quotas. The abuse took place from June 2016 through 2019, the indictment alleges. On October 26th, Fulton pled guilty to transporting a minor to another state with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity and inspire to engage in forced labor. This dude is it's a fucking monster. The agreement calls for the other counts of the indictments to be dismissed. Fulton is expected to be sentenced to 35 years in prison on trafficking charge and 20 years on the conspiracy. Are they going to run consecutive or concurrent? That's what I want to know. So is he just going to do 35 years or 30, or is he going to get, 55 years? That's what I want to know. Because if they run them consecutive, he's only going to do, I don't like that shit.
Yeah, even if he's doing 35, he'll only do probably 15, 20.
The trafficking charge carries a sentence of 10 years to life imprisonment along with a $250,000 fine. The conspiracy charge charges up to 20 years in prison for a $250,000 fine. It says the plea agreement calls for him to be supervised for life on trafficking charge and 5 years on a conspiracy charge. He'll be forced to make restitution to 3 of the victims. So obviously he's not doing that much time. 2 of the victims were younger than 16 and one of them was younger than 12. He was arrested in Dallas County, Texas during his first court appearance before a magistrate. He denied his identity and mentioned protests and riots connected to 2020 death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. What does him fucking pimping little kids out have to do with
waterboarding?
In pimping little kids out. This is why our cities are burning. This is why he
Welcome
said
to modern America,
because you can just take someone on someone's word and just pull them into court and shackle them. Oh, he's one of them fucking wackadoodle motherfucker. Anyway, they say he's very disruptive. Yeah, they're going to make a deal with this piece of shit, and he's going to get a way lighter sentence. And he's a fucking pimping little kids and forcing them to work and shit like that. I wish I had a picture of this piece of shit motherfucker. Yeah, it's pissing me off too. I just want to go over there. I hope he just fucking gets bitch slapped and fucking.
Well, he will.
I hope he gets ass raped in prison by a fucking porcupine cock or something like that. Just brutalized stuff to this piece of shit motherfucker. He just, I don't know.
I don't know if you could waterboard people in prison or.
Beth says she wants a porcupine cock. It says I want one. That's what I was talking about. So I don't know.
A porcupine cock?
Yeah, that's what I said. I hope he gets raped by a porcupine cock.
Oh.
And she says I want one. So.
Well, moving on. The next story actually confused the shit out of me when I read the headlines. Like, why the fuck would they do that? Apparently, Lafayette police identified a woman caught on camera posing as a nurse at local hospital. First, I was wondering, what would she fucking gain by doing this? Then we jump into it.
She gets to wear the cool uniform.
Yeah, right? The scrubs. I love scrubs. They're so comfortable. Lafayette police say they have identified the woman who was seen on camera posing and gaining access to secure areas where she allegedly stole. There's our favorite word, allegedly. Even though they have her on camera. And she even looks straight at the camera. She stole a wallet and used the credit cards. Photos of the suspect inside the hospital and her most recent social media photo have been identified. That's definitely her. Either way, it happened on September 1st or something like that. But regardless, yeah. I thought she was going to maybe steal medical records or something.
Or drugs. I mean, pills or something. Nope.
Yeah,
she's robbing freaking sick people.
How the hell did she get past security without a scan badge?
Have you been to a lot of hospitals?
Well, I have.
I mean, a blind, mentally handicapped person with a half a leg and no arms could sneak past them. Okay. I mean, around here anyway.
Yeah, I was all confused about Beth. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with our flag?
Anyway, this is her above us. Her, where you got her looking at the camera. This is what she looks like when she's not faking being a nurse. Actually, not that bad looking of a woman. I don't know.
She actually looks.
I don't know why your mic keeps cutting out.
It's that cord.
No, you need to get a new cord.
Oh,
anyway, that's her. If you see this lady coming to give you an injection in the hospital, I would ask for a different nurse. check your
Or
wallet.
she tells you to roll over.
Yeah. Just two fingers. What? Whoops. Drop my shit. All righty, let's see what we got next. Yeah, you don't want to. That would be my luck. Yeah, they only had a picture of two of these fellas right here. What's up, Kevin? How you doing?
Hey, Kevin.
We're talking about bad people. Here's two of the bad guys here. I don't know what happened to the third one, but they have three.
Look like brothers.
They do. Three Louisiana men got arrested for, here's our favorite word, allegedly. For aggravated assault after teens reportedly shot Orbeez at them. That's them little bitty, was them liquid filled balls?
Yeah, we bought some for the kids. I mean, they do hurt like shit, but they're not deadly.
This was in Westlake, Louisiana. The Calcasieu, you got it right that time, Holstera. The sheriff's office stated it on November the 10th, and that this happened on October the 11th, but they stated it on October the 10th. They were summoned to a convenience store on Houston River Road in Westlake, Louisiana, in regards to a disturbance. The detective spoke with David J. Dawsey, 32, Anthony J. Thompson, 30, and Andrew J. Thompson, 31. I don't know which ones are which. Like I said, they only had pictures of two of them. All were from Westlake. In the initial investigation, they reportedly told the deputies that they had seen a parked automobile at the store that they thought had previously shot at them with an Orbeez gun. They claimed that when they attempted to make contact with the people inside the automobile, the people began hitting their truck and fleeing the scene. While the deputies were still on the scene, their dispatch got a report at a different location about three teenagers, ages of 14, 15, and 17, and an 18-year-old being assaulted by a man with a firearm. It was later revealed that these persons were also engaged in the previous complaint. I'm guessing that's these fellas up here, some of them. They collected video surveillance from the convenience store, and they saw Dawsey repeatedly striking the glass of the car occupied by the 18-year-old and the juveniles with a fence post. I mean, I just carry a fucking fence post around with me. You pull out the ground. It's like, hold on, let me go back. Let me go back to the truck and get my fence post out of there, because I'm about to whoop somebody's ass with this fence post.
The fuck movie was that? Walking Tall?
Yeah. The detectives then noticed Anthony breaking the window with the same fence post. Now they're sharing the fence post. It's a family heirloom fence post. He then attempted to use the post to strike the passenger. He said he took the whole thing of a Post-it note clean out of context. Okay, redneck. Post-it notes, a little piece of paper. You're not supposed to do not hit the people with the post and say, "Ha, you're a Post-it note." So you just can't do that.
You're supposed to know better.
Oh. And after he attempted to use the post to strike the passengers as they drove away, they also saw Andrew exit the truck, pull out a weapon, and point it toward the people inside of the car. And he went, "Pew, pew, motherfucker." I don't know. I guess he just pointed it. Following further investigation, they issued arrest warrants for Dawsey, Anthony, and Andrew, which was signed
told him it was an Orbeez
by
gun.
a judge. Yeah, it wasn't a real gun. This was a cap gun. It just identified as a real gun.
That's right. It's cordless hole puncher.
They were charged with four counts of aggravated assault, 4 counts of simple battery, 4 counts of aggravated criminal damage to property. Dawsey and Anthony were apprehended. When detectives spoke with them, they admitted to causing the victim's car damage. They were arrested and booked into the Calcasieu Parish Correctional Center, where their bonds have been set at $33,000 each. We're going to go way back into the past, okay, people, if y'all haven't been listening. This happened, I don't know how long ago. Do y'all remember the school shooter in Texas? One of these Texas ones they had, he shot like 3 or 4 people.
The black kid.
Yeah, his bond was $25,000, and he shot 4 people.
Inside of a school.
Inside of a school. 4 people. His bond was 20. These people beat the fuck out of somebody's car and shit with a fence post and stuff, and their bond was $33,000. Detectives were originally unable to locate Andrew, but he was apprehended recently in Sabine Parish. His bond is $78,000. I guess because they had to go look for his ass. I don't know. They said they established that the 17-year-old was firing. They say juvenile, but to me, a 17-year-old. I mean, I know by law it's class not a juvenile. This motherfucker knew exactly what the hell he was doing. He was the one shooting the Orbeez gun. He was issued a whole misdemeanor summons for simple battery. It is a toy that shoots water beads with a burst upon impact. What happened if I got bruised up and had to go to the doctor? That should be aggravated battery. What about the shitting the older driver in the car, the 18-year-old, should have been charged with?
Didn't get charged with a drive-by.
Well, shouldn't the driver be charged with contributing to delinquency for the two juveniles that were in the car then? It sounds like that just happened to me.
See, we call it the pancake theory. You just take, all the charges and throw them against the wall. Trust me, the DA's going to drop the ones they don't like anyway.
Well, what pisses me off about, like I said, situations like this, okay, yeah, these dudes done wrong. I understand. They were probably pissed off. I mean, I don't think the Orbeez probably do any damage to a vehicle or anything. I wouldn't think. Okay, piss you off. It could have scared the shit out of them. I thought they were actually getting shot at, which is very dangerous. I think if somebody shoots you with that and you don't know what's going on and shoot them back with real bullets, I think it should be justified. Because don't shoot shit at people, okay?
Well, it's but if you're standing outside and you start hearing ting, 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 and you're seeing the shit hitting, you turn around and you see somebody with what looks like a gun. Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't defend.
But they said they wrote the 17-year-old misdemeanor summons. To me, that's a bunch of bullshit. You arrested these motherfuckers, okay? Well, how about arrest? Like I said, the driver, he was 18. Arrest him for contributing for the two minors that are in there. Arrest that other one for did he hit the people? So you could possibly have some damage or whatever. So he should be charged with several things. And the 15-year-old, I'm sure, or 14, he probably did something. I'd find something to charge it for everybody. All this little circle of motherfuckers, everybody would have got charges. Because then it's because that's just fair. And they should have went and charged the 17-year-old's parents with the same offense because they probably got the gun for him.
That's hilarious.
Just saying. Because they
brought it all the way back.
I'm bringing it back, all of it. That where I'm talking about that is, if y'all remember back to that other shooting that they charged the mom and dad also with the crimes. But so if we're doing that, like I said, if we're doing it for some, do it for all. Charge the parents too. Fuck it, lock them up. Because they're the one raising these little bastards.
Yeah.
So
somebody raised them fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, so fuck it, lock them up. They do that in other countries. Do they not?
They do. I don't know which one.
Saudi, I believe it's in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. If you get caught, driving while intoxicated, let's say I get caught driving intoxicated in Kuwait, they just don't put me in jail for DWI. They lock you and your kids up in a cell with you. The whole fucking family. The whole family.
We'd all be having a sock party.
The whole family. So they'll go to jail.
Well, breaking right into the segue. This next story, I have no prior history of. 4 out of 5 suspects arrested in Morgan City shooting. Morgan City, Louisiana, 4 of the 5 suspects who had allegedly opened fire in Morgan City and injured one have been arrested, according to Morgan City PD. Deontay Fairgood, 22. That's all their names.
I got a video.
Oh, do you?
I'm gonna try to screen share stuff again, so y'all bear with me.
Oh,
because I'm not good at it. Bear with me. I'm not good at this screen share stuff.
Good. Now I can start reading the next one.
Melissa says there's no sound. Anyway, let's look at a piece. He read it. Here's the picture of all of them.
Yeah, so that's 4 out of the 5 individuals responsible for a murder during a shooting.
I don't know. I'm having such an issue with I don't know. I'm having such an issues with the
Screen share?
audio stuff lately. I don't know. But anyway, some more people got arrested for doing what? Shooting.
And that's a good transition into a 24-year-old man found dead at Baton Rouge Hotel after overnight shooting. Basically, one man was found dead at a hotel following a shooting early Thursday morning. Prior to 3 a.m. at a Fairbridge Inn, which is like a Holiday Inn. There was a 24-year-old man found dead with at least one good gunshot wound.
One good shot wound?
Yeah, one good shot wound. The police ruled his
homicide.
Murder. Yeah, it's a homicide.
But at least nobody else got killed in the process.
This next one's fucking crazy and goes more towards our other podcast, but...
What, the federal agents?
We're helping the local sheriff's office in apprehending this suspect. The federal agents got involved in an arrest of accused rapist after learning that the suspect appeared to be living in the United States without documentation. As we know, you can't really throw him out of the United States without you're messing me up with the finger. Anyway, you can't throw him out unless it's a forcible felony. Well, you know.
Well, rape's kind of a...
Yep.
I'd rather, but tell you the truth, we said it before, I'd rather them lock his ass up in prison here. Because if they
send him there,
if they kick him out the country, you know what he's going to do? He's just going to come back. He's going to come back. And what they're going to do at the border, they'll give them free phones and shit. And say, okay, come back later. We'll check on you. And they'll never come back.
I mean, he was an illegal immigrant here, illegally, obviously. He was booked into the Livingston Parish Jail on counts of third-degree rape, sexual battery, indecent behavior with a juvenile, computer-aided solicitation of a minor, and pornography involving juveniles.
And I'm willing to bet now, all of a sudden he probably speaking no English.
He looked white. I
well, me too. I'm just saying, I guarantee you, though, he all of a sudden don't speak English. And now they got to get an interpreter and pay for all that bullshit. And I guarantee this motherfucker probably speaks just as well English as I do.
Well, I'm sure that they got a Spanish-speaking officer on over there.
Anyway, y'all look at this picture. You from the Livingston Parish area, you're watching this or anything.
Could be your cousin Jose.
Watch this motherfucker. I say you watch him, man. I watch. I guarantee you he was too. I ain't letting no motherfuckers around any of my kids. Period. And good thing, you know, this motherfucker right here, he'd have fucked around and found out, well, didn't that shit to one of my grandkids or something like that? Him being a grown man like that? Yeah, he might have went and turned himself in because it'd have been for his own safety.
Better hope the cops find you before I do.
His own safety. People that know me know that I am not joking. I will put I've been known to do shit before. I've gotten in trouble for it, but I've still done it. And I will do it again if it comes down to it. Because you ain't going to fuck around with my family like that and just walk on it.
What the hell's up with this dog in West Baton Rouge?
I got a video on this. Let's see if we can, let's see if anybody hears it. Let's go over here and see.
We now know the officer who was shot
during
Saturday's training exercise.
Right here.
Home with his foster family after he was abandoned Tuesday
Where'd it go?
Police
There
in
it
Denham
is.
Springs arrested the man seen in surveillance video driving away without him. Katie,
can y'all hear that? I know he can't, but can y'all hear it?
They can hear it.
They can hear it. All right. This little background, this just a cute little puppy up there. He got loose from his foster home, and this other piece of shit motherfucker, I guess, snatched him up and just went and dropped him off somewhere. I got video of it. I hope I don't see this motherfucker on the street, because I have a few choice words for
Easter
him.
has that
Adorable
video.
puppy.
Michael, police say this video was taken
Piece of
at
shit
Adam's
right
Smoke
there.
Shop on Florida Boulevard. It's heartbreaking. You see the dog wagging his tail as Joshua Tudor approaches. His foster family tells us it was difficult to watch, but they're glad his story has a happy ending. On Thursday, Tarzan, a 2-year-old chocolate lab, played in the yard with his foster.
That's a cute dog. And he ain't mean because the piece of shit that got him and just let him loose out there, he was wagging his tail and shit. So I don't know what this fucker's problem is.
It was a happy moment for the pup after being abandoned
Yeah,
outside Adam's Smoke Shop.
I would have said
Florida.
the video's playing.
Go ahead.
No, I flat out, I mean, you know, I would prefer, hey, look, you're going to fucking take my car? Leave my dog.
No, he didn't steal the car.
Oh.
He stole the dog and then took the dog. I guess the dog got loose. It explains it, but no, it's his car. He just went and dumped the dog off.
Gotcha.
He's a piece of shit.
Boulevard Tuesday night.
It is heartbreaking. It's very sad.
It was all caught on video. Denham Springs police say Joshua Tudor stopped inside the store and came back out a few minutes later.
Watch him right
You see
here.
Tarzan wag his tail as Tudor approaches the car. Then Tudor takes the dog's collar off and shoves him out of the car.
I think it's heartbreaking. I think he knew the man for sure because he got excited when he came back to the car.
His foster family, who asked not to be on camera, says they've watched him for 3 weeks after a nearby groomer found him. They say Tarzan got out of the house on Sunday. He was not wearing the collar Tudor is seen taking off of him.
This motherfucker right there. Right here. Somebody needs to kick him out of a car while it's moving at about 80
Even
miles
look
an
straight
hour.
at the camera.
Why it's moving about 80 miles an hour with his little gay ass shorts on.
Collar Tudor is seen taking
I don't
off
get
of
it.
him.
He didn't have a collar on because his
Like, it doesn't
shot
make
collar
any
was
sense.
broken, And
But then again,
so my daughter opened the
I
door
had
and
the
he
lady
ran out.
across the street from me
According
move
to
out,
police, Tudor
and they
told-
left their damn animals in the backyard.
Yeah, people do that shit too. Pieces of shit.
He was unhappy about the dog coming from a neighboring residence, so he brought it to the business to drop him off. On Wednesday, the
This is a look at this right here. You see that? That's major highway. Look,
Oh, he could have been killed.
this
in
is
a heartbeat.
this is a major highway. He's
family saw the Denham Springs Police Department post this on Facebook.
When I saw it, I commented and told the girl he was our foster. And I called them, and they said animal control had picked him up. So I went and got him from the shelter.
The video was upsetting for the family to watch, but they say they are happy Tarzan is safe.
He
It was
didn't
good
seem
the
like
police
he struggled
department's
get
trying to
out,
find
so
him.
I thought that was sad.
Tudor was booked with cruelty to animals. Police tell us he has been released.
that dude's a piece of shit. I can't stand motherfuckers that's gonna be mean to animals like that. That story pissed me off too.
Well, you know he's still driving that vehicle.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's a Ford.
Thought it looked like a fucking little Toyota piece of shit car. Let's move on to a different story. This next one we're gonna.
You ain't got a video for this one?
No, they don't have.
Chairs thrown, tasers fired during brawl at Scotlandville High School. A Baton Rouge, up to 12 students are facing disciplinary action after they got into a big-ass fight at Scotlandville High School on Thursday. The East Baton Rouge school system said the fight started around 1 p.m. between two students before several other individual fights broke out. They were figuring, screw it, if we're going to have a fight, we might as well make it a fucking big one. So you got 12 individuals just beating the shit out of each other. Security officers, they didn't have deputies apparently. Security officers arrived to the scene and deployed tasers and stuff like that. They are unclear if the taser had struck anyone at this time.
I'm surprised. Well, they should know if Taser shot somebody.
You know that, yeah.
And I'm surprised they're not up in arms. See, it said security. If it would have been cops that tased the kids,
Oh,
they would have been. They'd have been up in arms about it.
Yep. 110% is what I was thinking. But yeah, I mean that borderlines on a riot. You got 12 individuals beating the shit out of each other.
I don't understand what's wrong with these kids going on today. Not as many these damn near riots in school. See, y'all see my new T-shirt too, right? That was on the store too.
See your damn T-shirt.
Yeah.
Here's what I think it is, because I grew up during part of it. So the older generation that grew up mostly without internet, cell phones, shit like that, which is, well, you. And then, like, I was born when it was all starting to come out, and then it all kind of, between then and now, it developed under a certain course of time, but we became a lot more technological. In the even shorter period of time, which I've had children, those kids they grow up so fast because the information just comes to them. You know, when I was a kid, they tried to protect you from certain things in a community. Hell, you can't be protected anymore. It's everywhere you look.
We didn't have riots like that when I was in school. I can tell you that much.
Oh, Fred Flintstone got the dinosaurs going.
Oh, Lord. Let's see what this next one is. Two suspected drug dealers were arrested. I got pictures. Let me pull the pictures up.
It's a decent looking 12 gauge.
Nope. Here's with the drugs and some weapons. And here are
That's a lot of pills.
Suspected drug dealers.
Allegedly.
Two suspected drug dealers were arrested this week in a pair of unrelated drug busts. So they wasn't drug dealing together. They were trying to, one of them probably ratted the other one out. I got busted. You can get that other motherfucker now. One was on the interstate in Iberville Parish. According to the Iberville Parish Sheriff's Office, the first arrest was made Tuesday. Marco Gunenzines or something. I don't know how you say his name. It's Spanish, and I am not Spanish. He was taken into custody after deputies stopped him on I-10 and found he had $200,000 worth of cocaine.
That's a lot of cocaine.
I wonder, do you think them narcotics guys test the drugs like they used to, like on Miami Vice? They take it and they go, and they rub it in their mouth and since their lips go, they don't do that?
No.
You don't think?
No.
They never did that shit. You'd pop fucking hot on a piss test.
Just so we're all on the same page. This gentleman over here is not related to me. He just, he has a tan, and his name apparently is also Holstera. Yeah.
This guy right here, I'm pretty sure this guy right here is the one that they got on the interstate, as I'm guessing, the Mexican looking dude. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yep. See, Bronson said that is the one they got on the interstate. The second arrest was made Wednesday when the deputies seized hydrocodone, Adderall, and several firearms from 40-year-old Frank Turner. That would be the other gentleman. Where is that? Over there. They were both each booked into the parish jail. Jose here faces charges of possession with the intent to distribute cocaine, and Turner faces charges with possession with the intent to distribute hydrocodone, possession with intent to distribute Adderall, and possession of firearm by a convicted felon, possession of firearm in the presence of drugs. They don't say what their bonds are. I'm pretty sure they're fucking pretty big. That's a lot of pills, and pills are extremely hard for to get pills nowadays. So
yeah, they just move on to other shit. Parks on their shoulder.
Probably parked on the shoulder. I don't think they were parked on the shoulder. They were both on I-10. So congratulations to our narcotics guys out there doing a good job.
110%.
Yes, we need to give them a good pat on the ass for that one.
What they should do is auction off that shotgun. I'll be the first one to buy tickets.
So, good deal. That's a lot of drugs that won't hit the streets for our kids at least.
Well, my kids would be like, oh, not drugs. They'd be like, Dad, look at these guns we found on the streets.
This next guy, he's a bank robber.
This bank robber was arrested after October heist on Anybody that's not familiar with the area wouldn't know where that's at, but it is in Baton Rouge. Deputies arrested a man Thursday accused of stealing an unknown amount of money. So how does that work? We show up and they just say, well, he stole something. I don't know what he stole. The robbery unfolded just before 4 p.m. at the Regions Bank. He handed her a note, just give me all your money. I've got a gun. She was able to signal under the register and stuff and tell her coworkers, hey, look, I'm being fucking robbed. Apparently he's been arrested before for a fucking bank robbery. What the hell?
Obviously, he ain't good at it. Well, if you look at his pictures right here, if I'm gonna rob a bank, he didn't even cut his hair. I mean, look at the two pictures. You can see. Yep. I mean, even with the mask on, you can tell it's him.
It's definitely
You see, I think this is where it's fucked up now. COVID's over. Nobody should be going in banks and shit like that with masks on their face.
No.
Anymore. COVID's over. Bye-bye. Take the fucking mask off your face, okay? Before, if you just walk in with the mask on your face like that, that's like they're instantly hitting the fucking button.
Well, I had thought that too. I mean, I remember the very first time after all this COVID bullshit, I walked up to the liquor store. I put my head inside and said, do you want me to wear the mask? Because I wanted somebody to tell me yes. Hell no. I wouldn't like walking into a convenience store at 2 a.m., don't be wearing a mask. It automatically puts people on heightened aggression, and somebody's going to get hurt.
Did we really go through that many stories that fast? It's amazing.
Well, that's good. You gave me so many. And I want to go on record as the first episode that ever went live
early.
Before what time we were supposed to be there.
Yeah, we actually showed up early.
Yep, like 4.5 minutes early.
This next one is, I don't know how, let me read it. Anyway, we got a man that got arrested for stabbing someone outside of a bar. Me personally, after I read it, I'm like, I don't know if they should have arrested this guy. But y'all can tell me what y'all think. This is in Baton Rouge. A man was arrested after police say he accidentally stabbed somebody outside of a bar early Friday morning, sending a person to the hospital. Around 1:30 a.m. Friday, the Baton Rouge Police Department was called to a parking lot on Perkins Road outside of the Bulldog Bar. A man was taken to the hospital with a stab wound and is expected to be okay. Police said Joshua Bean, 34, was arrested for negligent injury. Officers said it appeared the victim was hurt by a blade during a hug. No other details were available. So it's like, hey, buddy, what's going on? They gave each other a hug. He must have had some kind of knife in his jacket or something, and it stabbed the other dude.
Oh, that's.
I mean, it's an accident. I mean, come on. You're arrested. I mean, fucking come on. And if that was my buddy, I was like, look, okay, I'm not dying. I'm going to be okay. Look, don't arrest my friend. He didn't stab me on purpose.
Right?
That's
Unless
like
they really weren't that close of friends and the other guy was screaming the whole time, lock his fucking ass up.
Well, that's just like the other thing. I mean, you could, if you're walking around in a store and accidentally step on somebody's toe, they're going to arrest you for battery?
I mean, legally they could.
I mean, because technically you did commit a battery on that person.
But you have to provide, once again, I'm assuming we're all trained the same, but you have to have the ability and intent. Did they have the ability to stand on the foot? Yes. Did they intend to step on your fucking foot? No.
Well, he didn't intend, he didn't mean to stab his friend.
Well, see, that's where it would get dropped. I mean, if it was down here, there's no intent.
I mean, I don't think they should have arrested the dude. Yeah. If the guy that got stabbed was not saying, "Hey man, the motherfucker," no, I'd have been like, no, like just like let's say you came and gave me a hug and you accidentally stabbed me from a knife that was in your pocket. I don't want them to arrest you. I don't know why you'd have an open knife in your pocket.
That's
because
what I was wondering.
I'm just saying, people do stupid shit though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I disagree with that arrest. It's from what I know of what we know of it, I disagree with it. There might be more to it that they didn't print that might change my mind, but from what I know of it, read, I disagree with that.
Also, guys, I don't know who knows or not. Gallagher passed away like the day before yesterday. And the Gallagher, the guy likes to smash watermelons and stuff with a big old hammer. He was hilarious when I was younger. Not only that, you got Jay Leno is recovering fine, apparently.
Never thought he was too funny, though.
Who, Jay Leno?
Yeah, I never really thought of him as a comedian.
Well, did you see that story where he was working on his cars in a shop and the fire was like, it just, out of nowhere, just everything caught on fire?
No. I'm just saying I just never
the shit out of him.
Thought he was a comedian. I do have some other videos I didn't send the stories to, so Holstera's just going to have to watch on his phone or something to hear it. Or just watch it.
Home with his foster family after he was abandoned
Not
Tuesday
that
night.
one.
Police in Denham Springs arrested the man
Right
want the city parish to improve drainage.
This story here, I think, is hilarious. See, they can have these two old men up here, and I guess the city came in the video. I'm just giving the background. Two old men, the city came out, I guess, to clean the ditches and shit out, and they're like, "Oh, no, motherfucker, we didn't call about this shit. Y'all ain't fucking with my ditches." And they sat there and wouldn't move until they left. They basically had, they protested, and the fucking people left. But what's funny about it is one of the men here actually did call to get the ditches cleaned. So let's listen to the story because it's actually funny as shit.
Two people actually stopped that sort of work from happening. That is not where this saga ends. News 2's Katie Easter reports.
Jerry Cargile and Richard Oram say this is what they woke up to Friday morning. Crews cleaning the ditch in front of Cargile's home with plans to create a new ditch on the other side of his driveway.
They used a backhoe and they scooped out the dirt and piled it and hauled it off.
It's an effort to improve drainage, something many people here plead for. In this instance, they say it's a waste of money since they had no issues. So the two men sat in lawn chairs in protest. Workers packed up and left since the men wouldn't get out of their way.
Drainage is perfect as left by the developer in 1975, given a little silt here and there, but not necessarily needing ditching.
So why did a crew show up?
That was probably a result of a phone call someone made in this subdivision about drainage, but we don't know who that was.
Turns out that someone was Cargile. The homeowner made a 311 request half a decade ago in 2017 to get the ditch in front of his home cleaned out.
So I don't know if you heard that, Holstera. One of the old men's there, he's the one that called to get the ditch cleaned out in 2017. They showed up in 2000.
Listening, yeah.
They showed up in 2022 to clean the fucking ditch out. He's like, yeah, you called. He's like, when? Oh, in 2017 I called. So now, how many years is that?
Yeah, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25 fucking years later.
I called 5 fucking years ago. Okay?
And he probably called after like a hurricane, like, hey, we got some shit.
Well, we're gonna finish up. We only got like a minute left of the story, but we're gonna finish. But they never came out, so they cleaned the problem they had out themselves and forgot about it. But these motherfuckers want to show up that many years later? Give me a break.
Damn, they are behind.
He included this picture in that request.
It showed dirt which silted up on the lower part of the ditch, and then grass grew up in the silt. That's what you see in that picture of the record that the city parish has. I cleaned that out myself.
City parish officials say Cargile's request from 5 years ago is one of almost 3,000 311 service requests they are just now getting to with the help of American Rescue Plan cash. So far, they have completed just over 1,000. Cargile says he only remembered making that request after we showed him a copy of it. He says he was upset no one followed up before sending crews, since during that long wait, he cleaned the ditch himself.
Just make a harmless phone call. Oh, no, I don't need my ditch cleaned out.
He says there are other areas needing the drainage improvements more than he does. In Baton Rouge, Katie Easter, WBRZ, News 2.
So, Metro Council member Dwight Hudson.
So that's just 5 years later with this bullshit money that
spent resources on it, I would definitely check with the residents.
Why? It's that fucking Biden fucking Build Back Better shit or whatever that all these places got money for.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do that crew still got paid to go out there.
Yeah, you bet on it.
So that's what I'm saying is, go out, check with the local residents. If there's a stop sign that needed to be there 5 years ago, and the residents still want it, put the fucker there. But something like this that was fixed 5 years ago after he tried the cheapest way, which is contact the parish, and it didn't get solved.
Solved himself. Then we got one more video. Let's see this.
Never seen anything like that. I don't know how they're going to get it down.
This right here, me and Bam were actually on our way back from town, and when this story came out, and of course the alert came on the phone, and she was like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, somebody, I'm not sure if they were elderly, drunk, high, or what, but anyway, they crashed their car, okay? The thing is, where they crashed, where the car ended up, okay? They left the roadway, and they crashed their car into a house. Problem is, the car landed, and it went through the roof of the house and through the attic and came down.
So it hit a ditch or something.
Yeah, the car landed on top of the house upside down and went, of course, into the house from the roof. So they got watched the video. I mean, it's you expect if your house gets hit by a car, it's not from above.
You're looking at a car flipped over.
People that are here, you can see it. I paused it. Look at no, Jesus Christ. How often do you see a car on top of the fucking house like that?
Happens down here.
You know how fast they must have been going? Because for it to land up there like that, it had, I mean...
At least 100.
It had to be, but I mean, it had to get at least 15 foot in the air to land there like that. It's crazy.
Smashed on top of the roof of a home in Zachary here on Rita and Newell Street. The roof taking major damage.
You know what's bad when this man right here, I'm putting on a motorcycle, see him? That is the actual, that's Sid, the actual sheriff for the parish. So you know it's bad when the sheriff himself actually comes out to the crash scene.
No, he just didn't believe everybody on.
Yeah, he's like, what? No.
He says, no, you're full of fucking shit.
It's like, y'all, right I'm coming out to make sure y'all ain't drinking.
Yeah, right? Y'all need
a window shattered as police responded.
So they weren't running from the cops or anything, huh?
No.
Police taped off the area, and flashing lights could be seen for a long stretch down this road. Barbara Beaudoin lives across the street from the house, and she says she heard what happened from her home.
We heard a loud noise, so we knew something had run into something. And my husband ran outside, and he looked up and...
Come on here. We knew something had run into something, and we would come outside and something had happened, and it was something to see.
I want to see the accident reconstruction.
I'm glad I'll have to draw that fucking thing.
On the street, he couldn't see anything, and then one of the other neighbors yelled, "It's on top."
Sorry, he's probably playing.
Was that? I stopped it.
With the distance from the house to the road that they showed us.
Yeah, you saw that?
That's a big fucking distance.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were, 100 mile an hour. Maybe if it was closer, that's like they were pegged out. They caught some major fucking air.
This photo shows what the inside of the house looks like. A huge hole can be seen here in the wall and the ceiling. Zachary Police Chief David McDavid says with the help of the fire department, they were able to safely rescue the woman who was driving the car. McDavid.
How would you like to? It's like, it's nice to meet you. What's your name? David. McDavid. Yeah, I heard you the first time. Yeah, yes, McDavid. Yeah. No, David McDavid.
Is that his real name?
Yeah, his real name's David McDavid. His parents had a very, very funny sense of humor.
You ain't bullshitting, Jared. I mean,
Jared says, "Hold on, beer, watch this." You can see. Look right here. The distance on this driveway.
I mean,
that's some distance right there, and it's like, I think they came from this area but still that's
between the garage and that tree.
Yeah, somewhere's up in here, but it's like they were up in the air. They might have got. I don't think they got killed. They probably lucky that house was theirs. If not, they would have landed really bad. So.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a fucking story to tell, Jared. That's for damn sure.
Says the driver was speeding towards the house and hit this tree.
I would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah, see, I was right, that tree.
And the car ended up flipping onto the roof.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see the house during the day.
And you saw where, right here by the side, where she kind of just hit right here on the carport side and put her upside down.
McDavid
so he used the trunk
in the house,
the trunk.
A 13.
Yeah, must have used some of the tree and ramped itself. But that's still some height.
Oh, yeah.
That's still some height.
8-year-old and an 8-year-old were able to get out safely. He also says this is one of the craziest scenes he has ever been to in his career.
It was up there at the time. I've never seen this in my 34-and-a-half-year career here at Zachary PD.
McDavid did also tell me it's unclear right now if the driver had a medical procedure that led to the accident and the car ending up on the roof, or how fast she was driving.
So it was a female, and
it
might have been older. I don't know if he was older or not. Jared says he's glad they didn't call him to recover. That would suck. I'm willing to bet.
They got to use a crane to get that off.
If not, because if you just grabbed it and started yanking it, you're going to tear up. You're going to tear up the house even worse. Could you imagine when that insurance company gets that bill?
You know they're just going to try to put a new roof on it.
Yeah, but they got inside
even
damage
that, it's
too.
like a percentage of the roof. And just say there you go.
But it's like, what's that? What's the Farm Bureau or whatever, the commercials where it's like the weird shit.
You seen a thing or two?
Yeah, I might see. It's like when one of your customers' car goes through the roof and into the living. Yeah, through the roof into the living room. At least them no kids or nothing in the house was hurt. Could you imagine the noise that had to create?
If it happened to my house, I wouldn't know it. Mel would wake me up and be like, "There's a fucking car hanging from the ceiling."
We're about to wrap it up. I couldn't go write tickets. It's raining over here and shit. So,
hell if I know, Aaron. He just called me and goes, "I'm gonna go live. You want to do it?"
So, well, like I said, usually when I can't work late or something, and this past week here in Louisiana, of course, they thought it was Chicago with all the crime stories we had. So, I said, "Fuck it, why not?"
Hell, I think there was even school shootings and all kinds of shit took place.
Jared says, no one in here has a rotator rig big enough to reach that. Definitely need. Yeah, they needed a big ass crane, probably grab it and pick it up. Today, while I was working, we had a Paris tractor lost one of its rear wheels on a state road. I'm talking about broke the whole axle. The big wheel, one of them in the back, was just laying there. So we had to wait for a big ass low boy to come with a big ass crane on it to pick up this big ass tractor to get it off the roadway and shit. So,
pussy.
That was fun. What?
Just lift it up and move it out the fucking road.
A big ass tractor? It ain't like it was your lawnmower.
Not the whole ass tractor. The tire.
The tractor was sitting in the road.
It ain't 4-wheel drive?
Oh my God.
Drive that motherfucker out the road. Just because, look, it's 4-wheel drive, one wheel falls off, you got 3-wheel drive. Move it.
Oh, you're doing a guest spot on another show. What show were you on there, A.A. Ron?
Yeah, Aaron. Shit, I never even came and did one with you. I was supposed to back when the Iceman, he was like, no, I'm going to play motorcycles.
What are you talking about?
There was that one Wednesday episode you didn't do. I was supposed to go do it with Aaron.
Oh, no, I did. I think I put a audio one out or something. That's when I went to Mississippi for motorcycle competition.
That's what I just fucking said.
Oh, you shut up.
God. Senile old man.
He says you can come on him anytime. No, it says you can come on him.
We'll have to do it, man. That'll be good.
It's called Beer in the Front and Party in the Back, or what's going on?
No, Party in the Front, Liquor in the Rear. Up here we got Stu and Petunia.
Yeah.
Or something.
Freebird loves Petunia. It's his favorite.
It's cute.
It's so cute.
Mel wants me to go get a chinchilla.
Why?
Okay.
She wants a coat, or?
Yeah, right.
What are those? That's just like a soft, like pet rat, huh?
No, it's like a ball. So imagine the same thing as the Petunia, and you got this little thing, but it's just hair. Like
so
fur.
it's just soft. It don't.
Just imagine fur that's softer than silk. Like you don't even. It's just amazing. And that's pretty much it. It's a Chicago guy that talks beer. I can drink beer while we're having a podcast, but I tell you, if you run it long, like 24 beers, it'll be a lot less interesting towards the end. Well, everybody,
he said it's a bougie hamster. Yes, go check out the new website, www.motorcopchronicles.com. I'm still working on it. I have a little section for all the co-hosts up there also. Y'all let me know what you think. Go check it out.
So we can make little videos and stuff and post them over there?
I haven't figured how y'all could do that yet.
Yes, like a mink. Very good, Jared. Yeah, I like
that.
If
you like some cigars, you want to get your friends some Christmas gifts, or you want to send Holstera some, go to My Patriot Cigar.com. Use MotorCop 15, get 15% off, get free shipping, anything over $100, and it's a U.S. company. Support your small businessman. Check out the Etsy store. I think I got this new T-shirt on it. If you like skulls and shit, on the back of it says "You About That Life, Motor Life."
Or you can just do the original.
Or you can go with the OG stuff. Like and review. We'll be back definitely Wednesday. I know Holstera will be here. I don't know if Freebird or Box will be in yet. I don't know if it's
I'm assuming Freebird will be here.
I don't know if it's a fuzzy hat night or not.
First Wednesday. No, it's second.
Yeah, I don't know if he has fuzzy hat meeting or not. You're late, Roy. We're getting ready to leave. You want my underwear? Okay, I'm gonna get right on that for you. I'm gonna go eat a whole bunch of chili, and I'm gonna send you that pair. Okay.
And not only that, guys. Hey, if there's a certain time, like if we do additional episodes, do you want us to keep them, at 7:00 East Coast good, like 8:00, or what? You guys tell us what you think is good. Honestly, I didn't even think about it, but coming on at 8:00, we probably would have got a lot more.
Yeah, like I said, I just put it out. Random. It'll be the audio will be out. So we have people that do just listen to audio. Like I said, some other ones I appreciate. Whoever you are in the UK, if you would like to send an email, send an email.
We love the University of Kentucky.
In Germany also, and of course Lou is over there. Appreciate our overseas people. JoJo's probably working, and we're earlier than usual for her. Roy, there's no telling what he was doing. He says if the box, I'll find out tomorrow if the box is coming and let you know something, Roy. And Roy P said he will come. You don't bring no plaster because I'm not letting you get any moles in my hands. So we got a chip here if you want to eat it though.
Oh yeah,
one of these one chip challenge things here. I mean, because Freebird's scared to eat it. Anyway, everybody, stay watch your back, watch your partner's back out there, and remember to smile because the Iceman could always be behind you.